Hello everyone, I am Sharath and in this video I am going to discuss about the recursive descent parser. Recursive descent parser is a top-down parsing technique that is used to produce the parsing key from the top. Like it is from the root node to the leaf nodes. And also here the inputs are read from the left to right. And this parsing technique is recursive because it uses the context-free grammar, which is generally recursive in nature. So now let us construct the recursive descent parser for the given grammar. This is the given grammar, and in detail if we see, these are the non-terminals and these are the terminal symbols that we are having in the given grammar, and these are the production rules, and our start symbol is S. Later on we also verify the acceptability of the strings. We also check whether these two strings are accepted for the given grammar or not. Before that, if there is any left recursion involved in the grammar, then we have to remove it manually. If the production rule is in this form, then it is involving the left recursion. After removing the left recursion from the grammar, we are ended up with the two new production rules. In our case, in the grammar that we are having, we are also having the two production rules which are of same form. So after eliminating the left recursion, we are ending up with the three new production rules. Now let's quickly see how the code works. This is the C program, basically that is written to implement the recursive descent parser for the given expression grammar. And we can see here, these are the two header files that are used for the printf and scanf statement, and also this string.h is used for the string related operations. Here we are also declaring the three functions, because in the recursive descent parser we are having three non-terminal symbols, and for each non-terminal symbol we have to declare a function. So we are taking the three functions, and also we are having the character pointer and a character array of length 50 to take the input. Before seeing the detailed functionality of each and every function, let us run the code and see this with a simple example. For easy case of understanding, I am taking the example as a comma a. Now let's go through the code and see how each function works. Initially, after taking the input, the start function is called. Because we are in this grammar, we are having the start variable as s, so initial function called is s. So s function is called. Now the s function is executed. Here it will compare whether the starting character is open brace or not. Here the pointer will be pointing to the first character of the string, or else we can consider IP as a pointer or as on the look ahead. Here we can see that in our input string, the initial character is open brace, so the condition satisfies. Then it will print the whole string and also the production rule. Here we can see that. And next the pointer is incremented. Now the pointer is pointing to the second character, that is to the A. Now the function L is called. Then now the L function will be executed. Here it will print the string that is from the second character. As the pointer is incremented, now the string from second character is printed, and also the corresponding here production rule is also printed. Now again the S function is called. By this we can say that here multiple times the S function is calling. So we can say that recursion is possible here. So there is recursion. So again the S function is called. Now it will go into the S function. Here the pointer is now pointing to a character, but here it is saying, so this condition is failed. Next, this else it goes to the else if condition. Here the condition satisfies. So now the pointer will be incremented, and it will print the string from the current position of the pointer, and also the respective production is printed. Now we can see that as the pointer is incremented, the string from the comma is printed and also the production will be printed. And now it will return 1. So it will go back to the L. Here this condition satisfies if 1. So it is true. Now the L dash function is called. It will go into the L dash function. Now it will check whether the pointer is pointing to the current character is comma or not. Now here we can see that the current character is comma. So the condition satisfies. So it will print the string. Now we can see that here the string is printed and allow corresponding production rule is also printed. Now the pointer is incremented. So now it is pointing to the A. Now again S is called. So now we will go to S. Here this condition fails. Now it will go into the else if condition. And here we can clearly see that A is the next character. So this condition satisfies. So it will print this from the after incrementing the pointer. Now it will print the string from the current position of the pointer and also the corresponding production. Now we can clearly see here. So after that it will return 1. So in L dash here the condition satisfies. So it will be condition is true if 1 is true. Now again the L dash function is called. In the L dash function this if condition fails. So it will go to the else condition. Here the current position of the character is same. So it will print the string from the current position and also the respective production. Here we can see that the string is same and also the production will be printed. Now it will return 1. So in L dash is true. So it will also return 1. Now it will go to the L. So here the condition satisfies. Now it will also return 1. So it will go to the initial S that we have called first. So this condition satisfied. So it will go into this and it will print the string is successfully passed. Now let us quickly check for the examples that we have already discussed. Now let's run the code and we give the input. We can clearly see that the string is successfully passed. Now we will see further another input. See, this string also is successfully passed. Now let us see a case where the string does not satisfy the production rules. I'm giving input like this. You can see that there is an error in the passing string. Why? Because we did not give the closing brace. So when the pointer is placed into the closing brace, there is no closing brace. Here it will go to this condition. Here this condition fails, it will return 0, and we can see here the main S will be false. So it will go into the else condition because as it returns 0, if of 0 will be false. So it will go to the else condition. So it will print there is an error in the passing string. And this is how basically the recursive descent parser works. So thanks for watching.